if you are really at a rock bottom, you really feel like you have nothing to lose, no better time to take a big swing. No better time to pivot. Fuck it. This podcast is a Dear Media production.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Welcome back to another episode of Girls Gotta Eat.
Welcome back. How we feeling?
I'm so tired. I'm so sleepy.
Don't start on this.
Do you think it's contagious? No, you know I can't be. My office hours are over at 4.
We always say you're sundowning, and I feel like this is like we need to treat this topic with care and respect today.
I respect it, but it's 3:34, and my time to be done is 4.
Rayna's curve. Okay, you guys, you got 20
You
minutes.
tried to start work last night at 9:30, and I was like, I don't have the energy.
Well, I caught something that needed to be restructured.
And I was like, I will do this at 6 in the morning. The text kept coming, and I was like, I know she's right, and I have to go to sleep. Like, you know, I'm always like, she's working, so I should be working. But more importantly, I would like to be asleep.
So it was to prepare for an episode last night that I didn't really want to do last night on a Sunday night, but I had to wake up this morning, as a Monday morning as we record, and take Azul to the vet at 9 a.m. He's fine. He has this thing on his ear, which he had to get like little needle prick and send it off, and he has to get meds.
We all need a little prick sometimes.
So I had to, yeah, exactly. And I just didn't have the morning to prep. So last night, like, Shashank was like, what do you want to watch? Should we cook dinner? And I was like, I have to like do this shit and like prep for an episode.
It's crazy you don't look at your husband and just think playtime. I was like, 3
years in.
Yeah.
No, but like, of course. You mean like time to fuck?
Just time to hang. I was like, she's working.
We hung all weekend.
You did have a long hang weekend. You did a lot.
We didn't hang out with anybody but each other this weekend.
Yeah, that's how my life is all the time. Just by myself.
Yeah, you're just Rayna doesn't have anything going on, you guys. I don't know if you could tell, she's just alone at home here in LA all the time. You're like literally never here. We have a long distance friendship.
I haven't had a minute to myself since I got back. Finally, everyone's out of my house.
But we did film some content yesterday and we had fun with it. But I'll just take a minute while we're here. So Shashank created an app called Kitchen Sink. It's so incredible. It's such a game changer. It generates recipes. So you just put in what you have or don't have in your kitchen, and it will generate ingredient lists and recipes, and 3 different recipes: basic, classic, and creative. And there's so many features in the premium. Any single recipe you find online, Instagram, blog, Facebook, TikTok, you can import it directly into the app. It's just so much fun. And we've talked about this before, but you guys are new around here. Kitchen Sink Recipe Builder, you can find in the App Store and now on Android. That's what I wanted to plug, because people were like, where is it on Android? And it's available now. There's voice commands. Like, he has built so many cool things in this app. So check it out, you guys. And I help with some parts of it, and I see some of the Instagram messages, and people just saying like, I'm a busy mom and this has helped me so much. And like, I have anxiety about what to cook for dinner and this has helped and everything.
Now they get to watch videos of Shashank making it.
But so the stuff that performs the best on the social is him cooking. And he has done some without me, but when I'm involved, I like direct, and I work on the lighting and the sound and everything.
Are you in any of the videos? Do you blow in?
So yesterday was my first appearance.
Okay.
So he basically was going to make these things, this like rice paper, bacon, egg, and cheese. And he was like, and Ashley's going to help. And you guys go watch it. It's on kitchensink.app is the Instagram. And then it pans to me. And did you not watch it?
Yeah, you guys are an influencer couple.
But it was very funny. I'm like in my red light scrolling.
But is this the only time?
I haven't been in his cooking videos.
I didn't think so.
No, I'm letting him cook, literally.
Letting him cook, literally. I mean, I think it's just so nice. He wants to be on the videos too. That's not for everybody.
He doesn't want to.
He actually doesn't. He just spins his wedding ring, and he was like, hi. He loves spinning that wedding ring.
But he's really eloquent and well-spoken, and he looks great on camera, but he hates to do it. Just want to tell you guys, we are at no risk of him becoming an influencer. But it was fun to spend a few hours doing that, but it really made me think that some couples do it all the time, and I respect it. I mean, we had John and Alex on a few years ago. They're full-time influencer couple. Kate and Chad do a lot together, and I love their content, but I don't know if I could live that life. I think about it sometimes. Like, could you live that life where your relationship is your business and you get to do whatever you want? You get to travel the world, but you have to like work together and create content. And it's just not for everybody. And for the people that it works for, I think it's really wonderful.
I guess I have no judgment about it at all. I think if that's how you like make your bag and people love to see you guys together on the internet, then like you should do that. Like
totally.
In my dream world, when I'm on vacation with my partner, I'm not setting up a camera to make content and film these special moments. Like that is truly my time off. And you and I are on camera all week, every week also. So like when we're away, like that's nice for me to not have to do that. But if that's what's fun for you guys and it's easy and it's second nature and you just bang it out. I mean, Kate Steinberg and her fiance were on our show a few months ago. And like, I think it's so second nature for them to do that now. It would take me all day.
Yeah. But also if you're on a free trip, like our trip to Singapore,
right.
if you're on a brand trip that you wouldn't go on otherwise, you're like, I'll figure out how to make it work.
Also, I film everything I do anyways.
Yeah.
It's just about editing a reel together.
I know. But I was thinking yesterday, I was like, I could do this with him once a week. I don't know about every day.
A 3-hour cooking video?
Yeah, we had fun.
Okay.
And he edits and I get in there and I tweak and we like collaborate on it. But like, I don't know, it's still fun. This is our job.
It's not your job. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But what we want to do right now, have you seen these TikTok trends where you say something in 4 different tones?
No.
Have you not seen it?
No.
Enthusiastic, sarcastic,
am I missing
flirty, or supportive or something? And people
it's one sentence?
Yeah. So the first one I saw said sit down, and it was white mom, black mom, Indian mom, Hispanic mom, which that was these 3 black women that did it. It was like, so people have taken that. And the latest one, which I also saw Lena Dunham do, which I think Shashank and I are going to do, is you shaved your bush and you say it supportive, supportive, disappointed, sarcastic, flirty. You haven't seen these? We need to do one.
God damn it. I'm always sad when I don't see a TikTok trend. It's so sad for me when I try to explain to you a TikTok trend, you haven't seen it. Last summer, my sister-in-law didn't know I'm a mommy. And I was like, are you on the internet?
That is so wild. So I just want to circle back. It started with wow, okay. So wow, funny. Okay, supportive, disappointed, sarcastic, flirty.
That's so funny.
And then I saw this couple do get the fuck out in all the different
flirty?
ways.
How would you say flirty?
Get the fuck out.
I used to touch her hair. Okay.
No, I'm just like,
it's body
tone.
language.
Get the fuck out of here. Like you can imagine saying that to someone you
get the fuck out.
Yeah, get the fuck out. And you watch like these 3 people or 2 people do it, however many. I've seen like 3 max. I don't think I've seen 4 people do it. You watch them, like there's an actor in the group. And like those 3 moms that did
Who do you
this,
think's going to be more talented between you 2?
I think Shashank's going to come out swinging and like surprise everybody.
Really? You don't think it's going to be you? I just think girls, you know.
I think I'm going to overthink it.
I believe in you.
Anyway, okay. Well, I'm going to show you some of my faves. And you can.
I'm excited to see it.
Okay. Well, let's just thank our partners and we will get into it.
All right. Thanks to Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order at liquidiv.com with code GGE, and Aura Frames get $35 off select frames at auraframes.com with code GGE, and FP Movement. Go to fpmovement.com to shop their full line of activewear and workout gear.
And thank you to Whatnot. Download the app and score amazing deals plus free shipping on your first order. And thank you to NoCD. If you're struggling with OCD, book a free 15-minute call at learn.nocd.com/GGE.
I should tell you something funny.
Okay.
I had
what? You just farted and sneezed at the same time?
No, that's never happened to me. And
it just happened.
You can't prove it.
I bet we have one of the cameras running. I'm gonna find the receipt that Rayna Rayna, that was a jump scare.
I don't put you on blast for how gross you are.
No, because like
I think that was brave that I told you that. Okay, you didn't hear it.
I didn't hear it. You didn't have to tell me.
You didn't have to tell everybody.
Listen, I want to talk about this because I really like when
I've never heard me fart.
Never.
Yeah.
But people are in this like what? It's just a bodily function camp. And I'm like, yeah, do you fart in front of your friends? Be honest.
I don't do that. That was an extreme scenario. I sneezed at the same time.
Look, it's allergy season. Okay, what did you tell me?
I had a crazy celebrity sighting yesterday. Like insane.
What?
What's like one of the craziest celebs you think you could see? It's a woman and she's like a real A-lister.
Nicole?
That level.
Anne?
No. I'll give you one more guess and then I'll just tell you.
Actor?
It's hard to narrow it down, I know, but it's an actress.
Not Goldie.
Han?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
So,
I saw her one time.
So
Kate Hudson.
Kate, Goldie's daughter.
Kate and Goldie.
She's blonde.
Okay. One more. Connie Britton. I'm kidding. Imagine. We've seen her
We
so
see
many
her
times.
all the time.
Blonde. Meryl Streep.
Younger.
I thought I had it.
She's around our age. She's a little bit younger than us.
A Fanning?
Older than a Fanning.
Older than a Fanning? Not Kate. Who else is there? Give me a clue. I like this.
She's in some of my, actually 2 of my favorite movies. It was cast as the most beautiful woman that there is. Hi, Barbie.
Oh, Margot Robbie?
Yeah. So I was I went to Crudo y Nudo yesterday.
But one of the best restaurants in LA.
It's on the street and it's a Dogtown or
It's on Main Street.
On
in
Main
Santa
Street.
Monica. Unbelievable. One of my favorite meals I've had here.
Me too. And they don't really have a menu. They're just on a chalkboard. They're like, this is the fish we do today.
Go tonight.
And natty wine, just I'll be there. We sat outside and we were like a 2-top and Melanie, there's a girl sitting next to us in all black, like a black sundress, a black bucket hat. This guy comes up to the table and sits down with them, and the waitress like bypasses us and just goes right up to that guy, and she's like, "What can I get you tonight?" And I was like, "These fucking people, why do they get waited on before us?" And Melanie goes, "Oh my God, that's Margot Robbie." And she's sitting at the table like next to us. And I'm like, oh my, I'm so uncomfortable. Like that's like a level of star. Wuthering Heights, The Wolf of Wall Street, Barbie. Like these are my favorite movies.
No, that's huge.
She's there with her husband and her child. They're sitting next to us just on the street on a Sunday afternoon. And I'm trying to have a normal experience. Like, I don't know how to have a normal experience sitting next to her. Margot Robbie's voice is just coming out of Margot Robbie's
so
body.
Beautiful.
Yes. And I hear her, she's talking about movies and different things she's doing. And like, Melanie cannot make eye contact with me. She is just staring at Margot Robbie. I'm like, can you please stop this? I'm trying to just talk to her like a normal person. She will not talk back to me. She's like, she's talking about movies she's going to be in. And I was like, she's looking at you in the face like, she can hear you.
I mean,
can you act cool?
Rayna, first of all, why were you trying to talk when you could be eavesdropping on Margot Robbie? This is on you.
Okay.
Can you imagine being an earshot of someone like that? You better not fucking speak to me. Rayna, you're being so annoying.
She was just looking directly at Margot Robbie's face, being like, she's talking about movies right now. And I was
but
like,
I'm eating very quietly and I'm listening. I'm sorry.
I'm with you. She was so close to me. It was so uncomfortable. I mean, these tables are inches apart.
This is crazy. You were trying to have a normal conversation.
I
was Team Melanie.
I didn't know what to do. So then I started taking photos. Melanie's like, you're being so awkward. You're making this so weird. I'm like, oh, I'm making this weird?
Beautiful. Oh, you guys, it was like daytime hours.
Daytime. Just middle of the day. Well, I guess it's light out until like 8:30 now.
Yeah.
She's so beautiful. She was so lovely to the staff. And her husband's hot. Her kid's cute.
Who's her husband?
I think he's just a director.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever sat next to somebody with that level of star power.
Yeah. No. I just certainly haven't. We had a star sighting recently that was so random. We had Kelly Rizzo on the podcast a couple weeks ago, a month probably ago at this point. May just fucking flew by, dude. I knew that was going to happen. May 1st, I was like, it's going to be June 1st tomorrow.
Yeah, but every May I did 15 live shows in May.
Crazy.
We're never here in May.
It flew by. The next night we went to the Benjamin and they just treated us so well. It's our favorite place, whatever. And as soon as we walked in, Shashank clocked Lori Laughlin at the bar.
Oh, you did tell me this.
He's really good. I just don't. I've never had a sense for it. That night we ate across from Goldie Hawn at, what is it? The really romantic place in Santa Monica?
Not Giorgio Baldi. Muse,
yes. Like the table next to us was like, that's Goldie Hawn. Like I'm just so bad about it. It's not on my radar. I can't believe we live in LA and celebrities just aren't on my radar.
It was not on my radar at all.
But Lori Laughlin, I mean, so stunning. Unbelievably beautiful. And like where I sat, I got to have a direct line of vision. And everybody was being so cool. It was very obvious who she was. And then when she got up to leave, people were all like, said little things. And it was just so funny that we had just recorded with Kelly Rizzo. And then a week or two later, it was Bob Saget's birthday and Kelly was with her. And I was like, I just saw her. And you know who we never talked about, huge celebrity, was when we got burritos and what?
Elijah
Wood. That's major.
Okay, I like a celebrity sighting. They're near us. Like Elijah Wood was with his kids and his wife and they were in line. To sit next to Margot Robbie was like physically uncomfortable. I was just like, the star power is so big. I'm such a huge fan. I
can't believe she was at like one of our favorite like local restaurants. That's that's in our neighborhood.
Yes, just there, just being so beautiful. And you're like, I mean, her work is some of my favorite movies of all time. Yeah. Like, do you say it to them? Like, I was just like,
you're like,
Who gets to have a normal conversation next to her?
It's so crazy. The Elijah Wood thing was wild because he had to wait in that taco line like everybody else. He rolled up in a pretty normal car. Well, that's why we didn't really think it was him, because the car.
The smoking gun was the car.
And then he just waited in line with his family, and I had to Google his wife to confirm it was him. And there he was, waiting in line for 20 minutes for tacos.
It's like a normal person.
Just like everybody else.
What was that taco place called? Sonora.
Oh, Sonora Town.
Unbelievable
Yeah.
here in LA.
I feel like you're unlocking a memory where I sat next to someone famous. I would have told you about it.
You told me about Lori Loughlin. The only other really famous person I've ever sat next to was Jonah Hill at a restaurant, and he was like really rude to me.
Oh, no.
Like I said hi to him, and he just started mocking me. It was crazy.
Oh.
This was like 15 years ago. It was crazy.
I once was at a bar with him and we played ping pong.
Oh,
He
you
was
also
really
have a
nice.
Jonah Hill experience.
Yeah,
Okay, great. Well,
in
that
Atlanta.
balances it out. I don't know. I don't think I want to be that close to a celebrity. I don't think I'm like capable of functioning. Like I'm fine if they're in the room, kind of, but like that level, it makes me unable to function. Cause like to your point, how am I supposed to have a normal conversation around her?
Yeah.
I'm just supposed to talk about all the bags I just took to Goodwill. Like
You're not. You guys just listen quiet. But that patio was silent.
it was.
Was it? Like people like trying to just respect.
You just don't. I mean, that street is just like bar after bar after
Yeah.
restaurant. There was 1 million people on the street. Like, you don't see a lot of big celebrities over there ever because it's just too many people.
Right. It's like by Jameson. Like that's
Yes.
just, she's eating on the street. Margot Robbie's, you guys, she's eating like it's COVID on the street.
On the street, just her baby and her husband out in the world.
Well, let me tell you what happened to us the other night at dinner. We went to Yamashiro, which is like a famous place. Do you know about it?
You sound like you just short circuited.
Well, I kept saying Yashimiro, and Shashank was like, it's Yamashiro. I got him like
you're bad at food
inverted.
names.
It's like so stunning. It's up in the hills. Oh, do you not know it? It's great. I mean, the food's overpriced. The food was great, but it is overpriced. You're paying for this view. It's an insane place. Like you go up the hill, you're overlooking. You see the Hollywood sign. You're overlooking all of LA. It's like an institution. It's been around forever, and it's like a thing. It's really hard to get a res. I had the res for like 3 weeks now at this point, and so we went whole operation. Touristy, valet is kind of a nightmare. Like you have to valet. It's up in the hills, but it's like really worth it for the view. And there's like a ledge that you're seated on that is like insane to sit there. Like I requested it, and then we were able to sit like outside, but not on the ledge. Like they were like people were waiting hours for these tables.
Sure.
So I was like, fine,
Yeah.
all right. So we sat outside right feet away, but the couple was sitting by the ledge across like the little walkway from us. I mean, the moon was between the two of them. It was insane. Like their view was absolutely insane. So they wanted pictures. Obviously, they were taking so many pictures. They like couldn't stop. So then they come over to me. Shashank was at the bathroom, and they were like, do you mind taking a photo for me? And I was like, oh my God, I would love to. She had an Android. They take better photos. I love it. I love taking a photo on an Android. They've had better photo capabilities for years now.
Yeah.
Anyway, so take the photo. I'm like, nailed it. Get 3 options, gave it back to them. Shashank comes back from the bathroom. I was like, I took pictures for that couple. Like they were just like so nice, whatever. The server comes by and the server's taking photos of them. They had to do a redo.
In front of your
Next thing
face?
I know, in front
your
of my face, the server is backing up to our table. Excuse me, do you mind? The server is basically sitting on Shashank's lap to take a photo of this couple.
Okay, I am gonna say I really like do not understand this because no one can take my photos besides you. I will have like a meltdown on
thank
vacation
you.
if I hand somebody my phone and there's 15 feet of ground. Like we've been on other trips where like I've asked actual influencers to take photos of me and they'll take 30 photos and they're all bad. And I'm like, I'd have to say to their face, I'm just gonna have Ashley take this. Like,
yes. And Rayna, trust the framing was perfect. I'm going to give this woman the benefit of the doubt that she didn't like the way she looked.
you know, I'm gonna victim blame on this one. This was her face and not your photo taking ability. I've literally had to say to their faces, I hate what you did.
I'm amazing. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's been a whole journey of our friendship where I have to step in and people feel bad. And they're like, Rayna's too high maintenance. I'm like, no, you're just not as good as me.
You're just bad at this.
And I'm here on site. Yeah. Or they wanted to do it a little later in the phase of the moon, whatever the fuck. But I was like, Rayna, I'm sorry. If I had asked someone to get up and take a photo of us and then it wasn't good enough for whatever reason, and then I asked the server, I would say something.
I would say, I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. I look so bad. I look so ugly.
Yes. In this photo. I would totally acknowledge it.
Because she's 5 feet away.
Some people in LA don't really have a sense of humor and they won't say stuff like that to you.
Very few locals up in there. It felt so touristy. But anyway, still recommend. But I just thought that was a funny thing that happened. And then we just had to sit there
Right,
next
you just have
to
to sit
them.
there knowing that that they hate your work, that they don't like the art.
I could not help myself. I would be the most awkward person on the planet, being like yelling across, I'm so sorry. It has nothing to do with you. I just like hated the way I looked. I didn't want to bother you again.
Also, I probably would just sit there and pout and not. I would either waited for you guys to leave, or I just would have like dealt with the consequences of my actions. Like, I don't know if I had the balls to do something like that.
And you know what else? Whenever I take photos of people, friends or strangers,
You say check if you like
I say
it.
check if you like it, because I'm up. My
Right,
man's in the bathroom.
Right.
I'm up.
You already disturbed me.
No servers are trying to get through at the moment. I have time. I love to do it.
Totally. These people fucked up.
Yeah. Exactly.
Also, at a bunch of times at this wedding we were at, somebody else took a couple photos of me solo. Multiple times. Right before we went out to dinner the first night, right after the wedding ceremony, I was like, don't intervene here. Ashley will do this.
It's just crazy. Like, we've talked about this before. Like,
People will zoom in, they'll zoom
Rayna
out,
with the
they'll
zoom.
put portrait on. I didn't ask you to do that.
It's crazy.
Just use the camera the way I've handed it to you.
why is the bottom third the ground?
I don't understand
What do
it.
you, what? Like,
But,
I
like-
don't understand. Do you have eyes?
But that's at least somebody that's stupid at like framing. It's like, you don't need to change the camera settings. I got this. When somebody puts me on 0.5 and I have not asked them to, why do I look like this?
Why?
I look ridiculous.
I know. It really is so crazy.
I'm not small enough. I think did you call me fat?
It was so funny. We were in Dewey a couple weeks ago, me and like my girlfriends, and Matt was trying to get a photo of us, and he could not. He's too tall. It looks like it's an up angle,
When
like
Jeremy
you
does
used to
it,
do
yeah.
in like to skinny angle in like the early 2000s. Like
too high.
it's like a millennial angle,
Like,
honestly.
you look like a bobblehead.
And so he kept trying. I was like, Matt, hold it at your chest. Like, hold it at 6 feet, not 6'7". 6'7". Like, it was just crazy. And like, finally, the hostess came over. Was like, "Do you want me to do this?" Poor Matt. He wasn't doing anything wrong. It just he couldn't get the angle right, being that tall.
No, have you ever seen Jeremy take a photo of me? He hunches down. It looks crazy.
Jeremy's laying on the ground.
He can't take a photo of me from a normal angle. He's 6'4".
Yeah, I know. It's tough. It's so tough to be a tall man.
Oh my gosh, so awful.
Okay, we're just going to take a quick break, and then we have some big news for you guys. But I am going to tell you about No CD. So everyone has doubts or anxieties. We're going to talk about doubts and anxieties today, but everyone has doubts or anxieties about their relationship from time to time. But for some people, those thoughts and anxieties feel all-consuming and impossible to move on from. And these symptoms can look like creating mental lists of your partner's pros and cons while panicking about whether you made the wrong choice, constantly researching signs you're with the right person online, having a random dream about spending your life with another person and feeling guilty and terrified about what that might mean, and asking your partner over and over again if they're really happy with you, even though they already said yes many times. So just kind of obsessing over those answers and that type of validation. So this can be relationship OCD, and they can seem like overthinking or just commitment issues, but they actually can be signs of relationship OCD. And it is a serious condition where these intrusive thoughts get stuck on repeat, but it is really treatable. It is the most treatable mental health condition when you get the right kind of specialized therapy. OCD needs ERP therapy, which is exposure and response prevention, which is proven to be the most effective treatment. Regular talk therapy is not recommended. It can actually make OCD worse. So that is why we recommend No CD. No CD is the world's leading OCD treatment provider, and all of their licensed therapists specialize in ERP, which is that exposure and response prevention. So you can get 100% virtual therapy, covered by insurance for over 138 million Americans, and includes support between sessions, so you never have to face OCD alone. If any of this sounds like you or someone you care about, visit nocd.com and book a free 15-minute call with their team to learn more about how NoCD can help. That's nocd.com.
And I'm telling you guys about FP Movement. So this is a brand that came out of Free People, and I love Free People so much, and it's like no shock that their activewear brand is unbelievable. So FP Movement, I think a lot about how to look put together in the summer because you're just kind of sweatier, and there's like just you want to wear less clothing, so there's like less things to put on to look really like coordinated. And like FP Movement, like I love their sets, and you always look cute like at an airport or running errands or just walking around the city. And Ashley and I are obsessed with the Hot Shot crossover set, and I've bought so many of their sets, and when I find one that I love, I buy it in every color too. They also have these coastline hiking shorts, these Carpe Diem shorts. I mean, if you just want like really cute, stylish, of the season essentials, they have all of that, and the material's great. It's high end. There's so much to choose from.
The best bike shorts or workout shorts, like tight spandex shorts, whatever you guys want to call them. I'm obsessed. They make the best I've ever found. I've worn like every single brand. I just love a short like that, and we love their bags. They comfy. I bought it as a carry-on recently when I traveled, and again, it's just like fun. These tanks, the t-shirts, just love the whole look.
Yeah, so this activewear brand, I mean, we just absolutely love it. We love it for summer. We love it for every season, but really for summer. And you can shop the full line of activewear and workout gear at fpmovement.com/GGE.
Okay, so let's talk about something major.
Well, I'm excited to announce I am moving back to New York. I have teased this a lot.
Shocker, yeah.
I mean, I've basically been like pretty as much as bi-coastal as anybody can be since like August. I run off there anytime I can. And so I signed a lease. Actually at this really like crazy moment in my life because at the beginning of the year when we do our New Year's episode, I said my only goals for the year were to do this tour and to move back to New York. And the morning of my last show of the first leg of this tour in Pittsburgh, I signed my lease. And so they coincided, which is crazy.
That's really so special.
And I'm so proud of the tour. And so I'll be moving back to New York. And I lived there for 15 years and I lived in LA for 3.5 years. And
isn't that crazy?
That we've lived here for so long?
It feels crazy to me. Like, I can't believe we've been here 3.5 years.
Where did the time go?
It was supposed to be 3 months.
Well, where did the time go?
Yeah.
And LA served a really special place in my life. And I'm not leaving LA because I don't love LA. I love so much about LA. And especially now that I'm leaving, I feel even more nostalgic about it. Like, I spent all weekend being like, the weather and the air and the flowers and the people and the food. And like, I love this city so much. And it's not a rejection of this city. It's just that like, my best friends in the world, my community, my family, besides you and Shashank, are there. And you and I had this really big community of friends in LA for a long time, and a lot of people just started to leave and move. And, you know, there's a lot of reasons why I want to move back. You and I are just from the East Coast. I really miss it. My family is on the East Coast, and I don't really want to date in LA, and I'm single. And I think about being like 40 and single and what city can you live in where there's a large community of people that are 40 and single? And LA it can be really lonely and really isolating. And I do feel that most of my social circle is me and a bunch of couples. I'm always out with a bunch of couples. And I love our friends' partners, but I don't really want to socialize like that all the time. I don't want to feel like I never have like a one-on-one interaction with a girlfriend. And that is, I think in New York, there's a lot of people in their 40s that are single, and I want that. I want to be around that.
50 is single. Like, it just doesn't, you never lose. I don't think you ever can't find that community.
Yeah. And there's a lot I'm giving up. Listen, I love the space here. I love the weather, and I love the ease of life. And I bought this house, and it's the thing I've been so proud of in my life. And I put all this money into renovating it. And I don't know. I don't want to say I made a mistake because I made a decision that honored where I was at in my time in my life then. But I feel like every fiber of my being like called back to New York.
Totally.
And, you know, I think people are just like, well, what does that mean for your friendship? And what does that mean for the podcast? And I mean, if it wasn't for you, I would have moved a year ago. Like, you're the thing that anchors me here. You're my family. You're the closest relationship in my life. So it's a hard decision without you, you know? And you can't stay in one place for one person forever. And you and I are always back and forth to New York. And it feels like my home, and that's where I feel like really called to be right now. And so that's it. I mean, those are all my thoughts and feelings about it. I never thought I'd move back there necessarily. When we moved here, I was like...
Oh my God, you really rejected it.
I was like, I don't want to be in New York. I mean, I really needed a break. I feel like you and I were touring so much, and it made me feel so happy to like land here.
Yeah.
And New York's a hard life. It's bad weather. It's a harder life all around. And it is so expensive. It's unfathomable. The spaces are small. It's cold. It's hard to do everything. It's more expensive. The Ubers are more expensive, you know? And I don't know. I could always change my mind in a year and a half. I hope I don't. But this is where I feel that I want to be in my life right now. And you're the hardest thing. You're the only thing that's hard to leave. But I'm really excited.
Yeah, I'm excited for you. The place is gorgeous, and you know, it's a neighborhood you want to be in. And, you know, we have made these decisions together over the past 8+ years. So like, I don't know, like, I didn't know how I was going to like react talking about this on the podcast. Like, it has been like a little destabilizing, like for like Rayna to move away and like to have to figure out what the podcast looks like. And we have said, not that it's going anywhere, you guys, like literally what it looks like. Literally, if it's in person, virtual, it's nothing's going to change in terms of it, but the set might change or whatever. A few episodes here and there might be virtual, whatever. Like, we want to do this the best we can. It like really is our priority. That's our career. But we kind of decided, I don't know the first time we had this conversation that like if someone wanted to move or be somewhere else, that they could do that. And like, we really probably wouldn't have said that to each other year 3, year 4, year 5. I mean, you know, we want to be together. We're not just business partners, but we're best friends and we're like family. And of course we want to be in the same city for so many reasons, for all the reasons. But if someone wants to make a change, like they can do that. You know, if it was never really that I was going to go live in Boston, but like if I decided I wanted to, Rayna would have understood and we would have figured it out. And I think we just hit this point where like we've been doing this so long. we can't be tethered to somewhere where someone isn't 100% happy because of a podcast that we can do from afar.
You know, I've had friends that have said to me, like, you can't stay somewhere just for a job. And it's like, this is not a job. This is the most important thing in my life. This is our company. This audience is the most important thing. It's the thing I'll be the most proud of in my entire life. And there's nobody I'll ever know better than you in my entire life. And I would never make decisions without you. You have another person to think about also. You know, I can't make decisions for Shashank and vice versa. I don't know. It's been really hard. And if I didn't feel so lonely, if I didn't feel just lonely all the time, it would be different.
Well, I hate to hear you say that. I hope people don't interpret that as like you and I don't like to spend time together and do stuff. But I mean, I want to validate your experience. And Rayna and I, of course, we hang out almost every day. Like we do plenty of things like solo, but like the group stuff is like mostly all couples. And when she has said, I don't have one single friend left, like one single girlfriend, she's not exaggerating. You know, it really turned into that. And like when and Brittany wasn't single, but like she was long distance, you know, she was here and available to hang. And then when she left, it was like the final nail in the coffin. Like we truly have like no one left. And we can, of course, you can always make new friends, but we have a million friends. Like I can barely keep up with all my friends. They just stopped being here.
Wait, let me rewind something. I don't feel lonely because of you. But that's not.
I know.
You can't make one person your whole life, and you can't
100%.
expect them. And I would love to show up at your house all the time. And like you and Shashank have never made me feel like a third wheel ever in my life. Like I think about Shashank, that's my friend. I love him. Like I was thinking about like doing a going away party with like the girls, and I was like, there's nothing in the world I would ever do without including him. You can't have like one person.
Of course. And like, you know, that's the beauty of being like adults in our 40s and being involved. And like, I'm trying to decide if it's like triggering anything in me to feel like you're like leaving me, but like I changed our life too. You know, like I got married, we moved here and we were like single and we had all these friends and like our life just kind of changed, and you were nothing but like supportive and accepting of the changes in my life. And I can't deny that you are happier in New York. I mean, it would be crazy for me to pressure or guilt you in any way. And like, you know, we've had this last few months of like Rayna really knowing that she wants to move. I mean, she said it early in the year, and I think the writing was clearly on the wall last year too, but especially recently where it's like, it's happening. Little intel, she did sign a lease before that she since that
She
changed her mind. It's just been these conversations, I think we mentioned this before on the podcast, of like everyone asking, like breathing down our neck, just in that they want to know and they're our friends and we don't have answers, and like the answers are still a little unclear, but like all I've known is that like I have to like let this happen, even if it is gonna be painful or even if it's gonna affect some of our job in some way. And so it's just like there was no other solution is to like obviously be 100% on board with you moving away. And I love it here. I like love the nature and the beauty. And I feel like Krista Williams said something on our podcast when they came on about how much she values beauty. And I'm like, I'm the same way, like of my surroundings, not in a person, you know, but like I love that we took a walk this weekend in Santa Monica in the neighborhood we live in that felt like paradise. Like it feels like you're in Portugal or like the south of France. I mean, you're an hour away. You're like, how is this America? Like California is a dream. LA is a dream. I sleep better here. Azul's happier here. Like not right now, but like I am more relaxed. I like have a better quality of life. It's undeniable. I love the food. I think it's the best in the country. Like I can go read a book on the beach anytime I want. Like things are easier. Life is easier, and it is really beautiful. And I have friends here, of course, still. They're all couples, like we said, and I have social activities that fulfill me, but they're really getting like fewer and farther between. And I am an extrovert like through and through. Like I want to feel like I'm in the mix. I'm in the scene. Like it's really insane how different my life is in New York than here. They're different lives. Yeah, it's like a different woman. It's like someone that is working all day, out every night, just inspired, the energy, I'm sharper there. I don't even sleep as much, and I still somehow like my brain works differently. And I come here and we're just like chilling. And like I love my life here with Shashank. Like I think it is a really special place to be if you're in a partnership. Like just the weekend trips we take and the restaurants we try, and you're in the car a lot more, but you're with somebody and traffic doesn't bother you as much when you're like, listen to music with your partner. And I have loved being here with him and getting married here and like all the adventures that we've taken. But I think I have decided that like this is the place I like want to escape to and like not live in anymore. And I do feel like we will probably move back and like I will probably miss LA more than I ever miss New York in these last 3.5 years. I've said that since day one. If I move away from here, I will miss it so much. Like all the things you mentioned when New York is so hard, like I will just be like, oh my God, the like dream that we lived in LA. Like I will miss it so much, but I just think I want to escape here and visit here and live in New York where I'm like stimulated and fulfilled and my family is closer. And like the final thing that I'll say is like when I really think about my life and like what matters to me and what I value at this age and in this stage is Rayna and Rayna only. But I always say I want to be in New York during the week and LA on the weekends. And I say that because I want to go and be working and motivated and out during the week in New York. And then on the weekends, I would love to take a hike and be in a place that I'm in awe of with my friends or my husband or my dog. And, I think that giving that up will be the hardest part. And I think we'll spend more time upstate New York or in the Hamptons or in Delaware with my family. I mean, being close to my family is like going to be such a game changer, and having the holiday season and Shashank and I not having to navigate our families, and like we can be in Boston and in Delaware in the same day.
I really did think about like driving out of your parents' house for Christmas. Like getting there from LA has been awful the last few years.
It's been tough.
I wouldn't give it up for the world, but it's really hard.
Yeah. I mean, I'll miss those Philly American flight attendants every day because we won't be flying that as much.
We can stop at the airport if you miss them.
But I feel like I had this epiphany this weekend where we did all these like beautiful things, like in the span of 5 hours. I feel like just like the way we were living, we were in this hotel, felt like we were in France. We went and walked along the water. We went and had like dinner up on that hillside. And I'm just like not stimulated enough.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I mean, I thought for many years, I always said to myself, where do we want to live and where do we want to vacation? And I've thought for so long, I want to live in LA. I want to, vacation in New York and run around. And to your point, I'm a very different person in New York. I just run around all day long. I have an endless capacity to go on other people's podcasts and record our podcast and go to a meeting. And then I come home and I shower and I go out to dinner with our friends. And it's not that I don't meet really interesting people in LA. I just don't do that much stuff in LA. And so when I go out in New York, I'm always around people that I'm amazed by what they're creating and doing. And it's easier to get to those things. I walk to places. I walk 7-8 miles a day. I don't think about it. Like I'm always just like doing a lot. And I think at this age, that's what I want to be doing. And I can always move back here. And I also don't have a partner. I wish things were different. Like I wish I had this partner and a big social group like of friends here. And I would probably enjoy being here a little bit more. I just, at 4:00, my day ends sometimes. And I'm just like, well, I guess that's it. Like, there's so much more I would do here, but like to get in the car and drive for an hour and a half to an event because you need to be there at 7:30 p.m. Like, I don't want to. That makes me miserable. And I want to run around on foot or by subway, and I just feel like my community is in New York. And it's interesting. I was thinking about you versus everybody else because I was like, besides you, everybody else that I think of as family, my best friends in the world, are all in New York.
Yeah.
But I think about it as like an electoral college. Like you're Texas or California, like you get the most votes.
Yeah,
like
so funny.
I
carry the most weight. Yeah.
You do. Like I was thinking, like every time I leave New York, especially the last few months, I miss it in my body. I feel sick leaving. I don't want to. I like run around with all these people that I love so much, but like then there's you and like you're the anchor to this, but like you should be. And you have more votes than everybody else. And our business is more important to me than most other things. And I feel like I fought this for a whole year. And I don't want to feel like this. But like, I hope you will come. And I hope you will be there. And there's nothing more important to me than me. I don't feel flippantly about not being with you. Like this is a really hard decision for me to come to.
This is a real picture of also just how we're all built so different, because I think a lot of people at 42 would really like my life that it is in LA or wherever it may be, where you're married, you cook dinner every night, you kind of chill, like things are happy and easy, and it is enough for me. It's not that, but it's just like I want more. Like I'm not done with my career. I want to do so much more. And so that's like a large part of it. I think a lot of people want to slow down at this age and fucking chill, and they should.
Of course.
And we'll talk about that today.
I just think that you and I aren't there. And I do think we miss out on media opportunities sometimes just because everything's just more accessible to us in New York. And I had the most perfect day yesterday. Like, Melanie was staying with me. We woke up in the morning. It was beautiful. It was sunny. It was 75 degrees. We took a walk to a coffee shop. We walked to Great White. We walked along the beach. I got in my car and ran errands. And like my life was really easy because the weather was nice. I could take my car to do it. And then we like walked around. We saw Margot Robbie. We had like a great like late lunch. And I felt healthy and good. And the waiters were nice to me. And the food was good. And it was easy to get into places. Yeah. And I will miss all of those things.
But like I can't think about being in New York in February and thinking about what life would be like here. It's really hard to think about. Like, I don't want to do that, you know, and like, I don't want to come across like I have unlimited funds and we can just bebop back and forth. And Shashank has a different type of job. He doesn't have that kind of flexibility. Like, people like, be bi-coastal, you know, and like my dream life is to live in LA January through April. I don't really know what it's going to be like to be there in the middle of winter with a partner and a dog in a smaller space. This past winter was hell on earth in the Northeast.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
And like, we will have to navigate that, all of us as a family, because it really, the thought of it like sends a chill down my spine.
I mean, that's the nice thing that you and I have not and will not, I'm sure, I don't think I will at this point, have children. And, you know, we are a little more flexible and fluid. And if we decide that we want to go be in LA for a little bit in the winter, then we can decide that. Like, that is the nice thing about not having kids. I don't have to think about somebody. I can be as selfish as I want.
Yeah. And it's so much less expensive to visit LA than New York. Like, it all comes out in the wash because you're paying more to live in New York, but you're paying less to visit LA, where LA, if you really want to be going back and forth, you're paying less to live here. It depends on what you got going on. And then paying more to visit New York. I mean, New York is really difficult to visit. Like, the Airbnbs, I don't even understand if they're legal or not, whatever. They're few and far between. That's not really an option. Hotels are so astronomical. They're just getting worse. Like, it's really difficult to go there. And the hotel rooms are small at that. You know, LA, you really can come out here and spend a week or a month at an Airbnb at like a rate that you could never even dream of in New York. And so that's played into it too, of like, this is the cheaper place to visit. Mm-hmm. And if we ever were to spend a winter here or whatever it may be, but you know, I want to be like aware of like, I don't want to come across like I just can jet set around and it's just, I'm just talking through it and like the way I want my life to look. And, you know, we have been able to build a life where we have flexibility in that way.
Yeah. So I'm really excited. I was hoping that you would say that you want to move, and I've been like very hands off with you about it. And I've never wanted to pressure you to make a decision. I honor the fact that you have another person to think about also. It's not just like me and us and our business. And so I've just been like, whatever you decide, we will figure it out for the business. And I feel really excited for this next chapter. And like, I hope you're going to come. And I'm just excited to be back in New York. I want to do comedy in New York. Mm-hmm. I just want to like run around and do more. And I feel really at home there, and I'm excited to go back. And I don't know. I never thought that like I would change my mind again in 3.5 years and go move all these cross country moves. Like, it's exhausting. It's a lot. I'll figure out what to do with my house, but I am really excited and hopeful, and I hope you guys come.
It's so funny the way you say it. I hope you guys come.
Well, you and I like to change our minds.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I don't know. I mean, it's really the weather, thinking about the winter and like how much more difficult some things are it's stressing me out. Yes. So we will figure it out.
So I hold space energetically for you to change your mind. And I like to change our minds.
But I really feel like this past weekend, I just had this like epiphany of.
That's so interesting. I thought you were going to say the opposite, that you were like, I had such a beautiful weekend and I could never possibly leave this.
Yeah, that's weird how that works, you know? I think that's part of it. It's like to have that beautiful of a weekend, truly all the things. Like Saturday was like out of a movie. I mean, we start every Saturday with our farmer's market. I will like miss that. I'll probably wake up every Saturday morning and cry. We'll move back to New York. Truly, I will do it. No, we'll go to the one in Brooklyn. But just like to have that kind of weekend and still feel like it's not fulfilling and it's not like stimulating. Like I do have to tell myself, like in 3.5 years, we've done a lot. We've soaked up a lot of the beauty, and I don't need to go to the beach like I used to. I should be staying out of the sun for my skin at this age. You know, we all should be, you know, wearing sunscreen, doing all the things. So it's like I'm trying to do the most that I can. And we've talked about when we move back, we will do a road trip up to San Francisco and come back down and do Carmel by the Sea and Big Sur and like really check that box, and just knowing that like we can always come back here. And the beauty of LA is that like all of our friends have spare bedrooms. Like I will come back and like stay with Taylor, like because it's just like that's a luxury that you have in LA, as opposed to we don't have friends in New York that like are like stay in my spare bedroom.
Oh,
like,
I can't wait for no one to stay with me ever again. Oh,
so true.
So excited.
When we moved here, I always said, I didn't know anyone who moved from New York to LA and went back. I was like, it doesn't happen because your quality of life improves so drastically, you can never go back. And then it started to fucking happen.
We have so many friends moving back there. It's insane. I can't
and like back or there to begin with, or like, it's wild. Like, yes, some people who have lived there prior, and Amy Chan, for an example, and then other people.
Caitlin Bristow.
Yeah, Caitlin Bristow just moved there.
And our friend Brittany. Like, we have so many girlfriends that are moving there.
Yeah. So I just like can't deny anymore that like what fills my cup as a true extrovert and a true like social boss babe is I need to be there.
I knew you would come around to it, Meg. I knew you would like run around so much and be like, I'm back. It's just, we are really different people when we're there. I mean, I love taking my walk at the end of the day here. I go to the beach like 3 times a week. I love walking around Abercrombie. I love going to Erewhon. I'll fucking lose my mind the first day I wake up hungry and I can't go to Erewhon. We went to Erewhon twice. I've been to Erewhon 2 times a day the last 3 days. Like, yeah. There's a lot that I love about this slow life, but I am bored to fucking tears. I can't do it anymore.
I always hesitate to use the word bored.
I'm bored.
I always say only boring people get bored because you can always be doing something. You can read.
I've done all the things.
But like, I feel unstimulated is the word I've been using. Cause like I'll dabble with bored, but I really, I'm so strong on this. Like you're not bored, read a book, but
I read 35 books last year. It was a cry for help, Ashley. I've watched every show. I've taken every trip. You remember me last summer? Do you know how many trips I booked last summer? I was going to Calamigos Ranch and Ojai and Santa Barbara. And then I went down to Catalina and you were like, are you good? Yeah. Like, I'm not. I've done all the things. Yeah. I got nothing left.
But you were saying like you probably wouldn't have gotten to this point where you wrote this comedy and
never.
I don't know. I don't really know. I wish if I could go back, I just think you wouldn't have done it. I just think, I don't know if you ever would have gotten this urge to just start doing comedy in New York. Like, I think you would have been stimulated enough with other stuff. Like, you really had to hit this point of like, what am I doing? What's next? And I think that was the best thing to come out of it, of like the darker days of you living here. Like, we didn't feel like this in 2023 or really even 2024. We felt like we had a lot going on. We had a lot of friends. And for you, it was like the busiest year of my life in 2025. And you felt like you didn't have as much going on. And that's what was the catalyst for doing stand-up.
Yeah, and I think you should be grateful for things that made you happy. I'm very grateful for my time here. And yes, I never would have been bored enough, but I wouldn't have had the time in New York to do this. I wouldn't have thought to do it. I would have like drank it out or fucked it out or whatever. Like I would have just done a lot more running around. I wouldn't have been like, okay, I have 3 days to be totally alone and I can write and I can practice this and I can plan this and travel and tour. Like we didn't really have anything going on this winter. So I was like, great, I'll spend 4 months going to all these cities. And besides Girls Gotta Eat, it's the greatest accomplishment of my life to wake up at 40 and decide that you're going to like tackle this thing all on your own. And like, I have never in 8.5 years said like me, mine, my thing, my travel. Like I've had nothing that's just specifically mine. And I love doing stuff together, but professionally,
everybody should have their own stuff.
Yeah, and I have been fine existing like that. I feel like I've never understood how you did so much. Like we ran the sex toy company and we were on tour. We do Girls Gotta Eat twice a week. I've never had the real desire to like go do another job. I've never understood how you did it. But to finally, for the first time in like almost a decade, to be able to say like my thing, my tour, my schedule, like it's been really fulfilling and gratifying. And I never would have had the impetus to do that. So
yeah,
there's good things that came from it.
Okay.
That's what we're doing.
I mean, so, we know you guys are interested in like the minutia and the logistics. Like we're shutting this studio down over the next few weeks as we figure out Rayna's move and So take it in. There will be a few more episodes here, and I think it's fun to see where we're going to be over the next couple months. Like,
it's fun for us too.
It's going to be a different set, and when it's virtual, it will look and sound as best as possible. We're going to make sure we improve everything that we can, and it's just there's really not going to be any change in the podcast front. I think it's funny that people are like, what's going to happen to the podcast? Like, what do you mean? We were apart for 3 months in 2020. We know what we're doing.
With way less tech.
Yeah,
with
right.
That's good stuff.
Exactly.
And it's not that I'm not really excited for you to move there. I just have never wanted to put pressure on you.
Yeah.
And I've never wanted you to feel like I am going to guilt you and another person into that decision.
Yeah. I mean, again, this is new for me too, to have to consider Shashank's life, another person's life. Like, you and I have always been on the same page. Like, we haven't really had to negotiate or compromise. I was the one to lead the charge in LA, and then you were like fully on board. And so it's not that Shashank doesn't want to leave here, but he really likes it here too. And he was very unsure about that at first. Like, I think he moved here in 2025, January, and end of January, and was just like, I don't know. And it's really grown on him, and he has a great quality of life too, and we're really happy here. But I think we both have known that our hearts are always on the East Coast.
He's an East Coast guy. We're East Coast guys.
Yeah, we're East Coast guys.
And I just think how excited I am to like hop. I can go visit my brother in London. Like, I can take a weekend trip to London if I have to. And like, I miss that baby so much. And I just like, to be a 13-hour flight away from them, it just sucks.
I know. I mean, we'll talk today about like things that really bring you joy and that are valuable to you and the most important things in your life. And my nephews are at the top of the list, and they're just growing up before my eyes. And I really want to see them every month.
Yeah.
If not more.
So do I.
And I can't do that currently. I can, but it's just like, it's been not as feasible. So I really am like looking forward to that. Because that's what really like, that's the happiest I am. Like, we were in the middle of a conversation earlier and they FaceTimed me. I was like, I got to answer. It's like a drug. It's like they really like keep me going. Like, in my darkest of days, like when they FaceTime me, I'm just immediately happy.
I know. They're the best.
So.
I love them.
Okay.
Well, that's the tea, you guys. So stay tuned. When does this drop? The 7th? My lease starts next week. So.
Oh my God, that's so crazy. Wow. Okay.
All right. Well, speaking of family and being away from family, I don't live in the same city as my father. So Father's Day is coming up. It's important to me to get him something that is very beautiful and sentimental. And I'm going to recommend something for you guys that we have gotten for our whole family, which is Aura frames. So they're these digital photo frames. My brother and sister-in-law have gifted them to the whole family, and you can upload photos virtually. There's an app that we all share together, so we can all log in and send videos and photos. It updates instantaneously. And like, when you just like get that photo, it's just like such a rush for me to like see the photos of my family, and the actual matting on the frame looks really beautiful. So you can add as many photos to the Aura frame or videos as you want. You can, like I said, add it from anywhere from the app. You can add messages to it. The gift packaging is so beautiful. It's like really high end and beautifully done. So if you're going to gift this, especially to your father for Father's Day, you can share the photos and videos effortlessly. So like, you'll download the Aura Frame app and just send everything directly to the frames. We set them up for my brother's in-laws and my parents as well. So it was named #1 by Wirecutter. You can save now by visiting auraframes.com. For a limited time, listeners can get $35 off select frames with code GGE. That's AURA frames.com, promo code GGE. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply.
Okay, and I'm telling you guys about a new partner called Whatnot. You guys have got to check this out. Okay, for a few reasons. One, it is so fun. Such a fun way to shop. And two, this is a great way to be that friend, to be that bitch that always has the cutest outfits. I mean, how many times are you scrolling social media? You're like, why do these girls look so cute? Like, they just really like...
Sets.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever they have going on. So now you can shop from their closet and you can be one of those girls. So that's what it's like on Whatnot. So it is a live shopping platform where you can buy items across beauty, apparel, bags, jewelry, and more. So there's these fast-paced auctions, incredible flash sales, live show giveaways, and so much more. And you can search the marketplace to find the exact product you're looking for. Really close up, like views of what you're going to buy or you're thinking of buying. And there is these incredible deals. So it's a place where you get your favorite items and discover new ones without paying full price. You're never going to pay full price. The largest live shopping marketplace in the country, allowing users to enjoy a trusted shopping experience in a real-time format. There are over 10,000 fashion, beauty, and bag sellers on Whatnot. So you can always find something that you want. And like I said, you almost never pay full price. You're going to shop these incredible name brands, but without the retail prices. And it's this community-driven experience, real-time engagement among like-minded shoppers. I just think this is so fun. I mean, especially if like shopping with your friends is like a pastime. If you're a millennial, it certainly is. It's just kind of like going to the mall, but you're doing it on the app, and you can connect with passionate sellers to discover unbeatable deals. So you guys can download Whatnot and again, get in the app, and that's where you're going to find all this happening, shop those name brands without the retail prices, and honestly, like just have fun doing it. So I think you guys are really going to love it. Get these vintage bags. You can get Lululemon leggings for cheap, like whatever you guys want, full makeup haul. Get all of that, again, for these incredible prices. So download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT Whatnot in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals.
This show is sponsored by Liquid IV. You guys know that Ashley and I have been fans of this brand for so long. Ashley put Liquid IV in her wedding gift bags. I always take them on trips with me. It is the best way to just stay hydrated. And
it's an off-campus. Did you notice?
Yes.
Did you get to that part?
Of course I did.
Okay.
I was like, Liquid IV really sponsored this show.
But it made so much sense. And then it also was just like, it's so of the times that they would have like a brand deal like that anyway. So anyway, I just love to see it.
I've been meaning to mention that too, actually.
Yes, okay.
You just take one stick, you put it in 16 ounces of water, and it'll hydrate you faster than water alone. So if you're feeling just like lethargic, low energy, you need to pick me up in the morning or in the afternoon like I do right now, it is really so perfect. It helps you to retain hydration for 4 hours. It's science-backed. There's 8 essential vitamins and nutrients, and it's always non-GMO. It's vegan. It's gluten-free. The taste is fantastic, you guys. And now they have Ring Pop. Liquid IV's new hydration multiplier, sugar-free Ring Pop. It's inspired by Ring Pop cherry, so it's this like tart cherry flavor. I mean, it's so nostalgic. It's 3 times the electrolytes of a leading sports drink and made with refreshing on-the-go hydration. 8 essential vitamins in that. And the sugar-free comes in a variety of flavors also that includes white peach, rainbow sherbet, strawberry watermelon, and much more. I mean, it just tastes so good. So, get your pick-me-up, you guys.
Lemon, lime, grapefruit, and guava forever. But the Ring Pop, I'm just obsessed. I love their little fun flavors, little seasonal flavors they do.
So you can say yes to unforgettable moments with Liquid IV's new hydration multiplier, sugar-free Ring Pop. Tear, pour, live more. Go to liquidiv.com and get 20% off your first purchase with code GGE at checkout. That's 20% off your first purchase with code GGE at liquidiv.com.
Okay, the millennial midlife crisis. We love a good crash out.
Yeah.
The millennial crash out, because like we are midlife, and that's crazy because midlife crisis is someone's dad buying a convertible. Like that's when we were younger.
I know.
But like we are that age where the dads were in our 40s.
In their 40s, that's crazy. They were so old back then.
I
We're not
know.
old.
Like you picture this like balding old dad buying a bright red convertible and like leaving his wife.
And that's us. That's crazy. But this has gotten like very hot recently. I mean, I've seen everybody write about it, The Cut and NPR and Vox, the millennial midlife crisis. I mean, you guys are there. And we'll kind of dive into these articles a little bit, but I think a lot of people as they get around 40, their late 30s, are just kind of saying to themselves, is this it? The job I chose, the partner I chose, the city I chose, is this what I planned for? I had these plans to be, whether it's a mother, I had a certain amount of money I thought I'd be making, or career success, and did I reach it? It's like, it's when you're just clocking, like, did I hit the goals I wanted to hit? And like, is this what it looks like forever? And we asked you guys, and you had like a ton of feelings, and we just want to validate this sort of everybody's in the same bucket in terms of like, this is evaluation time, and am I where I want to be?
Yeah, and every generation has its pitfalls, and I think that millennials and younger Gen X kind of fall into zillennials too, fall into the same bucket, and then you have boomers who want to be like, well, when I was, blah, 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 like they had their crisis too. And, people, especially before that, who grew up in the Great Depression and all these recessions and all of these things. And then you have Gen Z, who I feel for more than anyone because of the way that they've grown up. Like they haven't even really experienced the like world we experienced in the early 2010s, where it felt like hustling and money and people were doing well, not me necessarily. I was broke as fuck in 2010, but like they haven't even gotten to experience that. And then COVID affecting their high school and their college and all these things. And like they're the school shooting era, like they really grew up differently, and I feel for them more than anyone. But we're going to kind of approach this as like the generation that we are and what we can speak on it when our peers are experiencing. And we've really discussed this in depth of like of the tone of this episode, because the state of the world is just really bleak, and we want to not address like the elephant in the room of like what's happening in like our world and our economy and AI and the workforce and women being pushed out of the workforce and the rampant misogyny and lack of equality. But we don't want to be so doomsday, and we want to just validate what a lot of people are experiencing, and we want to keep it light and fun with how people are handling their midlife crisis too. Rayna, she's moving back to New York. Rayna started stand-up comedy.
This is my Ferrari at 40.
Rayna started stand-up comedy at 40. It was a real cry for help. No. I got married. That was mine. Can you imagine? Ugh. No, but there's a few factors. There's really this lack of stability, being priced out of these traditional milestones, like owning a home or having a family, whether you're priced out or not, whether you aren't with a partner or whether you can't afford a home. Like the American dream is, I don't want to say non-existent, but it is really hard to achieve. Like we have this growing wealth disparity, like the middle class, and like being able to just have like a decent salary and be able to afford a home and 2 kids and in-state tuition to college is gone. And there are a lot of resources for this too. Of course, we had Mrs. Down-Jones on recently and Tori Dunlap. And when you want to talk about like the money side of it, but there's this like crisis to find our footing. And we were brought up in this like hustle culture conditioning, just work hard, head down, and you will thrive. And now we have AI taking all these jobs, and millennials are also in this, they call it the sandwich generation or the caregiving squeeze, where you're taking care of both aging parents and young children, sometimes simultaneously. We're facing our own mortality. Our parents are aging. Again, raising young children. A lot of millennials had children older. It's not like 27-year-olds as much with young children, and they have a while ahead of them to care for their aging parents.
Yeah, we don't want this to be so bleak, but we just want to validate that the cost of living has exploded and the rate of salaries has not. And so this is harder and harder. And I pulled this quote from an article in The Cut recently called Midlife Crisising in the End Times. And it said, we put our heads down, got good grades, went to college, pursued our passions. And then when everything crashed around us, we pivoted. We went back to school for something more practical, kept at it. Yet time and time again, we've been locked out of basic capitalist promises like job security, home ownership, and any kind of comfortable retirement plan. And I don't know if previous generations have felt like this, and times change and politics change and money changes, and we have to like bend with the times and move and be flexible. But I think a lot of people are feeling scared with AI and with job security. And I mean, I just can't say it enough that you're among a lot of other people that feel like this. I think some people are looking around saying like, my life didn't turn out the way I wanted it to necessarily, but a lot of people are feeling this.
Yeah. And again, I'm just going to like say my piece and we'll move on from the political aspect of it all. But like, we all know if we would have had a different outcome in 2016, we wouldn't be sitting here feeling like this. Women, especially, I just want to speak to women. Like we had the drastic, and I'm not saying there weren't problems in this country before 2016, capitalism problems, all this stuff. But I feel like the greed and the oligarchs were like reined in more than they are now. And they're running rampant. And like, we've never seen corporate greed like this. And we just experienced someone coming into power with the worst of intentions. Like, I feel like when these corporations realized they could go full send on like taking advantage of people, and it's like the wealth disparity is insane. I feel like we're watching people get richer and richer and richer and poorer and poorer and poorer. And also just women getting pushed out of the workforce, and like the misogyny in this administration, like it became mainstream. Like there's this article in The Atlantic, and I'm just going to reference it, and then we can again stop with the bleak outlook. But like, it's by Helen Lewis. It says the men who want women to be quiet. And it says a virulent form of misogyny has become the single most important force holding together the American right. And I just can't help but think that like prior to 2016, that type of misogyny was incel shit. Now those people are influencers. It's mainstream. Like where we are as women because of Donald Trump and his administration And like we had a break in between where Joe Biden was trying to fix the fucking shit sandwich of a pandemic. Like, let's not forget the pandemic. A lot when women got pushed out of the workforce too, and disproportionately women of color. Like, it's just so fucked. And I just want to validate that, like, we're really fortunate, and I don't want to not acknowledge that, but like, we worry too. Nothing's guaranteed. We don't have fuck you money forever. You know, like, we're doing great now. I think we've made some smart choices, but like, I really worry about the future, and I really sit down and I think about my nephews. I want to cry. And I really truly believe that the pendulum is going to swing. And I really feel like we're all fed up and we need to use our collective voice to fight back against this. And I really think we're going to have a brighter future, but it is bleak right now. And I just want to acknowledge how hard it is sometimes to have hope. And one of these articles I read said, like, having hope is so millennial. And like, I don't know, that's not an insult to us. Like, I think we still have that hope that things will go the other way.
Well, I mean, what's the other solution?
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
What's the other solution? And
yeah.
You know, I was surprised I didn't know the tone of this article, because we posted it to our audience, like, what does your millennial midlife crisis look like? And so many people just echoed different deficits in their life and how they thought their life would turn out. And, you know, I think that so much of, at least the people in our lives, I see that, like, we know a lot of women that talk about having kids. You know, we have so many girlfriends that are turning 40 that, like, thought they'd be mothers today. And, you know, they didn't think that they'd still be single at 40 and wouldn't have children. And I'm amazed at the women in our life that have decided to find joy in other ways. I mean, we just have so many girlfriends that have, like, started apps and new businesses and travel around the world and spend more time with their parents and new hobbies and interests. And I think it could be both. I think you can mourn the life that you didn't get to have. That is some people's greatest dream in the entire world, and I hope all of our girlfriends get to have that someday. But in the meantime, like, the women in our life have chosen joy and adventure, and I'm proud to, like, be their friend, and I don't know what it feels like to want this thing so badly and to never have it, and there's no substitute for it either. But I'm amazed at the women that we know that have at least chosen to find joy.
Yeah,
ways.
I know. I tread lightly here because of what I don't want to do is pity my friends and, like, who are just, like, really amazing women who I look up to, and I don't. But I feel for them so deeply, women of a certain age that really wanted to be a mother. And we know women having kids on their own, by the way, of course. And it's always an option. I mean, depending on your health, but whether you can carry them or not. I mean, you have so many different options, but a lot of women are like, I don't want that. I want to have a partner and a family. And I don't have that. And I think that, like you said, they have, like, found happiness, and they all should be proud of themselves. And what's the perfect life anyway? It's an illusion. What Belle Burden is the perfect example of that. That's, I think, why people love Strangers so much. The book, the recent, like, bestseller we've talked about, is like, that was a perfect life. That was wealth and a loving marriage and kids and vacation homes. And, like, look what happens. Like, no one's life is perfect. And I talked to a friend recently, and she is someone who is 42. She's my age. And wanted to be a mother and wanted to have a family. She really doesn't want to have a child on her own. And she is caring for aging parents. She just had a loss in her family. She was in a job that robbed her of all her, like, joy for years. And she finally left, and she's just been, like, traveling. She, you know, was able to save up money, and she went to her 20-year reunion recently, and she, I think, felt some type of way of, like, so many of these women have families now and they have the kids and the quote unquote perfect life. And people were so jealous of the life she's living, like, of the travel she's doing and the meals she's having and the way she's living her life. And it's all relative. We talked about it with Tunde, of her being like, I wanted to have my friend's life who was in COVID with her family and having picnics and with all these people. And her friend's like, I would die to go to the bathroom alone. You know, like, we have to remember those things. And it's just, like, so important to find what really does make you happy and brings you joy and, like, the really valuable things in life. Like, when I think about the things that, like, I haven't achieved or I haven't gotten or I want that other people have, I'm just like, I have to remember what's so important. And it's, like, family and friendship and connection and relationships and my nephews and, like, touching grass. You know, people are just like, we say that in this joking way, but it's, like, really important to, like, get outside and touch grass.
I think it's important to, like, acknowledge there is no perfect life. There's no finish line. The goalpost is always moving.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, women our age were brought up to, like, find the husband, have the children, and also have the career. But, like, what happens once you get all of that? Like life is, you got 50 more years to live,
right.
you know? And
yeah.
I think about how many people I know that had these perfect lives that it was taken away from them in their early 40s. My parents had a great marriage. They had in this Jewish community and lots of family and friends, big family, humongous house. And by all intents and purposes, great marriage, 2 children, all the money they could ever want. It fell apart in their early 40s, and their life didn't go the way they thought it would. And they found another way to be happy, and they found a new dream. And they, you know, my parents were able to co-parent really well together. I would choose that over living in a house with 2 parents that hate each other. You know, I think that there is no finish line, and things could fall apart tomorrow. And we all have to find ways to find joy outside of that one goal that we think we have to reach.
Yeah. And, you know, if it's a partner, you can find the love of your life at 60. I mean, it's never too late, like you said. Like, I really think if you really, again, like, look for those things that bring you joy and happiness in your life and focus on them and work on yourself, like, I just think you'll find it. I mean, I'm not saying you'll get rich and famous, but I think you'll find your happiness. But again, it's like, I can't talk about this stuff. Sometimes it feels crazy to talk about this stuff with the state of the world. So I just want to acknowledge that like, when I'm saying this shit, some of it feels not inauthentic, but like, I can't believe what's happening outside our door. And we're just like, be happy. You know, I just want to acknowledge it. It feels a little weird to me.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, there's no easy answer to any of this. I mean, our audience, we always say this time and time, and you guys share so much with us. Yeah. We can't believe what you guys share with us. And so many people said, I don't have any money. I don't have the money I thought that I would have. And I don't have the career I thought I would have, or the partner, or the children. And there's no easy wrap it up in a bow answer to any of this. I don't have an answer to any of this. It's important to acknowledge that other people feel like this.
Yeah. And I mean, again, like, no one wants to hear everything happens for a reason, but you hear over and over in my life, in your life, in friends' lives, a friend really a real rock bottom right now. And I think she's starting to come around to like this all had to happen for the next phase of my life. And if you are really at a rock bottom, you really feel like you have nothing to lose, no better time to take a big swing. No better time to pivot. Fuck it. No responsibility. Just fuck it. What do you want to do? Just try it. Just throw it against the wall. And that's easier said than done for some people who may be like more risk averse. But I have a friend too that's, again, 40s, thought she'd be married with kids by now. She moved back in with her mom. And she's saving up because she's going to move to a different place. But I am like, you know, she tells me about her life with her mom, and I could cry. It's so beautiful. That's like, so nice, when else would you have had this time with your mom or your parents? Like, move back in with your friends if you got to cut costs. Like, there's no answer and there's no path anymore, and there's no perfect life. And like, the beauty of this is that you don't have to give a shit about societal and cultural norms. They're just out the window.
Yeah, they just don't really exist anymore.
So don't let people lie to you that they do. It's projecting.
I think so many people said, like, I'm not in the same phase of life as my friends. I woke up, I don't really have friends I can hang out with anymore. Moved to New York, you know?
A great place to make friends.
I really feel for people that are like, I just, a day to day, I don't have like the community I want around me, and I'm not dating the way I want to, and it's certainly not easy to move to another state. This is a whole pain in my ass, and I'm a very high functioning person, and I have nobody else financially to take care of besides me. So I'm in the best position of anybody to move across the country, and it's still going to be a nightmare. So it's not like, just move. But I don't know if that's what you're really feeling. Want to take a swing at that? Do what we did. Go live somewhere for 3 weeks. How long did we live here? 3 months?
Oh, yeah. We locked into 3 months and then we just stayed for 3 years. But yeah, do whatever makes you happy. I mean, again, like, we would like to really break down this, like, quote unquote rejection of girl boss culture and like almost like a overcorrection into trad wifery that you would say. And I said to Rayna this morning, like, I started making all these notes. I was like, it's a different conversation and it's heavy and I want someone smarter than us to come in and talk to us about it. I mean, I have my own thoughts, of course, but you know, if you feel like you were promised all this shit and now your job's being replaced, like, you should be mad. It sucks. Like, it sucks. You want to leave the corporate world and become a spiritual life coach? Fucking do it. Like, do what makes you happy, because I just want to validate it. And I really hope things change, and I really, really believe that they will. But again, it's like, we have an administration that doesn't care if we have healthcare or that we have Social Security. Like, we are not what our parents have in even terms of Social Security and retirement. And there's a lot of resources out there of like what to do with your money. And we've had those guests on as well. But like, I think people are looking down that road too. And it's like, we have to just hope that things will change and like do your part of whatever that may be in your community to try to make that happen.
It's tough. We were really raised in the girl boss generation that just said, like, work really hard, girls, because God forbid a man leaves you and you have to pay for your own stuff and go out and like be really successful on your own.
But we should have been able to.
And we did. You and I did.
Right. But let's just like I mean, if fucking Bernie Sanders would have won in 2016, we would have this fucking conversation, even Hillary. But you know what? Like, that's neither here nor there. We'll deep dive at a later date. But it's just changed a lot of like the world has changed so drastically. And I really just, I feel for people who really had that dream of a family, not even wealthy, just normal.
Just pay my bills, feel comfortable.
Yes, yes.
But I think a lot of people reach this age, and our listeners sort of echoed this, that, you know, I'm constantly comparing myself to everyone else's milestones and success, and what am I going to do next with my career or my marriage? And I think so many people just ask themselves these questions. And it's tough with AI today. I think a lot of people are feeling like, you know, I learned all these skills and my skills are obsolete, and we want to validate it's not just as easy as like find your hobbies, you know?
Yeah.
We don't feel like that.
And again, I cannot stress to you guys enough that I could like talk about this for hours, and we will deep dive and talk about this, because that was the article that really, if you guys want to read it, it is the revolt against the girl bosses has finally come, and that is in the New York Times. But I don't think we need to be blaming the women who told us to like get our bag and lean in. If you want to blame, but this is more about the AI of it all. And like I thought the title was a little misleading. Once I got into it, I was like, oh, this is echoing the way a lot of people feel and how they're validated and feeling.
I think that the people that told us to go out and be girl bosses were really well-intentioned. My mom said that to me when I was growing up. If you don't end up with a man that supports you, what are you going to do? Go make your own money. Mm-hmm. Start your own business. Be proud of what you've done. And I think you and I were raised by a generation of women that didn't necessarily get raised to think that way. And so they did their best to make us strong, hardworking women. And, you know, the answer was never no. When I worked at like Amazon and Groupon, like I stayed super late. I worked on weekends. I worked nights. I mean, I just never, so there's a work-life balance. I've never heard that in my entire fucking life.
Yeah.
That you could lean out, you could unsubscribe from hustle culture, that like you should protect your peace. I would have been laughed out of the fucking building.
Right.
And that's who raised me. And listen, it made me work really hard, and I am who I am. And that's what works for me. Mm-hmm. We are moving back to New York because I do subscribe to hustle culture. But if you've chosen to lean out and you're like, that's my best life, do that.
Well, right, because I think a lot of people are realizing like I tried that and fuck that, and all I did was like make money for some big greedy corporation that now I'm getting pushed out of the workforce for what?
Right.
And that's valid too. Again, we'll do another. We'll do this unless you guys think this is too bleak. Let us know in the comments. But if you want the deep dive on the other stuff, we'll definitely do that. It's a shit time to be an American, and I think we can't just walk around being angry all the time. You know, I think community is so important and doing what you can. And I do really think there's going to be a change, and you've got to do what makes you happy. And I think that's when we asked about what's your midlife crisis. I saw this reel that said, pick your midlife crisis. And it was like a bunch of different things, like sourdough, gardening, bird watching, mahjong. Mahjong.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are really niche hobby. I mean, book clubs, multiple book clubs, padel and pickleball. I think this is like COVID times. People are like, I will do anything to find joy.
I think that's how it feels sometimes. It feels like I'm like, Ashley, what are you doing next? Like, when I put my comedy special out, like, what are you doing next? I'm like, who fucking cares? Like, the world is ending. Like, I have depending on the day, a really apocalyptic view. And that is why I am more sober curious.
That's why you should stop watching the news like me.
So you guys turn off the news and stop drinking. No, sober curious came up a lot. Yeah. And that's a thing that a lot of people dabble in as they age. And it's just interesting because we're the blackout generation. Like, I love this for us. I love that, like, all I used to do is be like, hold on, we can't go out yet. I'm not blacked out. And like,
I would drink in the shower because God forbid.
Of course. Right now, stop. Because
I took a minute out of drinking.
What a rush. A shower drink, a shower beer, shaving your legs in the shower.
It was always a beer. I would
shower beer.
Like a Mickey's Ice 40 in the shower.
You can't have an open cup. You can't have like a cocktail in the shower.
Well, in mine you could. You know, in LA houses you can.
But a lot of people are sober curious, and a lot of people are going harder on drinking and Marlboro Reds, and smoking is back. And you know what? Live your truth.
It never went away from me.
We're all going to die. So
Nothing matters. So you
joy.
should get some Marlboro Lights. I actually have not smoked a cigarette in like weeks.
Someone wrote Marlboro Reds, which is just
That's
God, I
wild.
can't recommend. So a few other things. I mean, fostering dogs. Listen, I can't recommend it enough. Like that really, if you're into dogs, like that is so special and like brings you joy. And I just got Isabel Klee's book about her foster dog journey, and I think that's like a really beautiful thing to do. People are saying adrenaline junkie. Like I love when people
Trying to die.
pick up. Listen, that's a lot of people's retirement plan.
Die sooner.
I saw it in the comments. KMS. I love when people pick that up. Like my dad picked up skiing late. He's always been an adrenaline junkie, but once he realized he couldn't race cars anymore, he picked up skiing. Like I love a late in life skier.
Tons of people said they became wellness girlies. I mean, listen, we're getting older, so now's the time. I'm going to get back into my Peloton. I was going to sell it, but I'm going to bring it to New York. I mean, Toon Day inspired me, and I remember how much I love it. And it's important to me to think about bone density and osteoporosis. And
Yeah, bitch. Every time we were in Dr. Barrett's, Rayna, are you strength training? Rayna lies to his face. I'm just sitting there like sipping my tea.
But a lot of people leaning into wellness. I mean, I have, and just the smallest, dumbest things like replacing my plastic water bottles with glass ones, just like little things to just like feel better. The stuff I put in my body, on my body, better.
I was seeing a lot of running, and running is good when you're angry for sure. Like I just think like fitness in general, like sweating that shit out. I am into berries now. I mentioned it before. I do it every week, and I credit it a lot with like the supplements I've been taking, and I posted these recently. I should make a highlight of my wellness stuff, but like my body feels better than ever. Like when I was doing berries when I first moved to New York, like in my early 30s, it was like a struggle. I would dread it. I wouldn't really be able to do the class. I'm breezing through these classes, and it's so funny because I have the strength and stamina, but my body is still 42. So I did pull a muscle last week because I really feel like I be going so hard, and my body's like, bitch, you thought. Rayna started sprinting, pulled something immediately. I'm still dealing with this.
Crazy.
Yeah, I like pulled my gluteus medius.
Is that a thing?
Yes. And so it's just funny because I'm like, I have the strength and the stamina, but like my body is still breaking down. But anyway, running and berries is mine. And I really think that is so important. Like something that makes you feel strong and good. And again, if fitness is something that works for your mental health as well. Like again, I saw a few responses of this of like, I'm picking back up running. Like maybe you ran in your 20s or 30s and you're in your 40s now. You're like, I'll dabble. Just be careful out there. You guys stretch and protect your knees.
Get into stand-up comedy.
Yeah. Buy a house, buy a horse. I saw buy a horse.
I don't recommend buying a house. Just don't do that.
Solid core fitness, rewatching off campus, getting really into F1, becoming a Disney adult, whatever floats your boat.
Wherever you can find joy. Honestly, I will make fun of it, but
Gardening, finding the will to live, crocheting and knitting.
a lot of that.
A lot of mahjong.
Tons of mahjong.
Did you go in that lady's house, my brother's neighbor? Did you remember you guys
I
stayed?
stayed there.
But were you there on her mahjong
She
day?
set up all those tables. Yeah.
Rayna, it was like
Yes.
my brother's neighbor. This one time, Rayna and Louisa stayed with her
So crazy.
because we didn't have enough places for people to stay
Put me
during our
next
beach.
door. That was hilarious. I didn't even know these people.
And
Millennial midlife crisis. Stay at a stranger's house.
but remember, Louisa would just be over there chatting.
Yes, Louisa. I mean, she's unstoppable.
But she set up mahjong Mondays, and there was tables all over the house. I'm like, this is so fun. And can I tell you what I think when we move back to New York? I saw this in Lena Dunham's book, and she's talking about Jenny Connor, her like best friend turned friend, I don't
co-producer of Girls.
And she was saying like she every Sunday would like just have a bunch of wine and food, and people would come in and out. And like, that's my dream, to have like a standing date. I am volunteering your house, just so you know.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to give you the address, so.
Don't you think this would be so fun?
Yeah, it's someone else's house.
I can't do it.
Yes, you can.
I don't think people are going to want to come over to Brooklyn.
Okay.
I just think you're going to have the space.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Rayna, you don't want to have like a standing Sunday come by?
No. I can't wait to move into a smaller space and never have anybody
People
come
aren't
there
staying the night.
ever again.
You love to host.
Not anymore. I just, I'm going to lean out. I don't think I've really loved it that much recently. Why don't you host?
We would. I just don't think the location is optimal. But I guess we do have a lot of friends in Brooklyn.
You have a lot of friends.
Like all those Greenpoint. Yeah. Okay, we're going to do it then.
Hell yeah.
Every Sunday. Come on over.
Okay, great.
Okay, great. It's settled.
I got out of it.
Oh, you're going to love this idea.
I have an insane rooftop also that no one's really invited to. Jeremy and Alana's building, great I'll volunteer their place.
But I just love this. Like, if you have a community, I think these things really fill your cup.
Yeah.
If you have a community, every Sunday, we got the wine and the snacks, everybody bringing appetizers. It doesn't be every week. People have lives and busy and kids and all that stuff. But like, I just like the thought of something to look forward to in your week. Like, again, I have a lot less going on here, but like Taylor and I having that standing date at Barry's every week, and then we go have wine or coffee after. Like, I really look forward to it. So I think those things keep you going is like a thing to look forward to with your friend. Even if it's just a lunch or a coffee, like why not put that in your schedule?
What you described also, it feels more Brooklyn. It's like a community of people. Manhattan, we're not a community of people. Brooklyn, community of people. You see the same people walking their dogs.
I already said we would do it. You don't have to keep trying to convince me.
You're going to back out of something. And I'm just...
Well, because Shashank loves to cook.
Exactly.
Kitchen Sink app.
Exactly.
Check it out, you guys.
Yep.
Again, we just wanted to do this and validate how everyone is feeling. And like, if you are like... I feel scared about the future and like what's in my bank account. Like so many other people feel that way. And we try to give as many resources as we can on this podcast, but we or anyone else doesn't have like the magic answer. But I just think it's important to like validate how people are feeling and like encouraging you to like find the joy in the community and the things that fill you up where you can. And I just hope like the pendulum's going to swing the other way. And, it's not the same. I think things are really dark right now. But one of the quotes I pulled from one of these articles was most of the cohort, like these millennials, entered the workforce in, around, or following the financial collapse of 2008, only to be hit again by COVID, 2020 recession, and now join the ranks of the middle-aged in whatever kind of economy we're facing in 2025. This article is from 2025. And so it's like, we've been through some of this, our parents or our grandparents have been through some of this and have come out on the other side. And I know sometimes it can feel hard to think that's going to happen just because the odds are so stacked against us. And like this corporate greed is so, and this oligarchy is so out of control. But like, we just obviously have to believe that it will change because we are fed up and everybody is fed up.
You and I will probably be in jail for speaking out against the Fuhrer in the next year.
Yeah, this is the last you're going to hear from us about this on this topic. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
But, I think that every generation has had their millennial midlife crisis. Yeah. And I think that everybody hits an age where they think my life didn't go where I wanted it to go, career-wise, money-wise, friendship-wise, spouse-wise, children-wise. And life is really long and it's constantly changing. And, you can always pivot and try something different. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying like just make more money or just find a new career, but life is really long. And just because you look around and other people seem to have achieved these milestones that you want so badly, what's up always comes down, but the good news is what's down will go back up also. And if you're feeling really unhappy, like life goes on and it's long and you can pivot and hopefully find community. And I think that every generation has felt like this at some point. And it's important to just find people that validate that and to find fun and joy in life and play mahjong or birdwatch or get into a book club.
Or fucking backpack in your 40s. I don't know. You can still travel on the cheap. It might not be the standards you may be used to at this age, but you can always put on a backpack and go stay in a hostel and see the world.
Not
Rayna?
me.
Not you, but I'm saying, like, if you really feel like this is like I said, like real rock bottom, there's an only way to go is up and just fuck it. Literally fuck it.
Fuck it.
I mean, I love that Kelty Knight is coming out with this fuck them theory as kind of an antidote to the let them theory. Just fuck it. That's the energy now. I mean, that's kind of the beauty of where we're at in this climate, because we really didn't feel that energy when we were in the girl boss world. You couldn't just say fuck it. You really had to like boss it out.
I wish I could remember this because, we used to say fuck more, cry less. Somebody wrote something like less fucks. I'm not, you can cut those. Less fucks was a part of it.
Okay. We'll get
fuck
there.
More, less fucks.
Okay. Cry more, less fucks. We're all crying more, just so you guys know.
Fucks? I really don't know.
All right, it's too late for you. It's 5:11 at this point,
Jesus
you
Christ.
guys. So Rayna's, she's
I have to go pack my whole house out.
sundown for her.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for being here. As always, if you're still around to the end, and you can find this. Here we go. I always lose it at the end too. Girlsgottaeat.com. But again, nothing's really going on over there, but it's always there for your pleasure.
The new episodes are there, the partners.
Yeah. Girls Gotta Eat podcast on Instagram and TikTok. I am Ash Hess on Instagram and TikTok. Rayna is Rayna.Greenberg. RaynaGreenberg.com for her fall tour tickets. Full video on Spotify and YouTube. We would love if you would leave a comment on Spotify, subscribe on YouTube, share this episode with a millennial friend who may need it, or really anyone. And we will see you Thursday.
Have a good week, guys.
Bye.